I'm Catriona Wheeler. I'm the Senior Air Traffic Control Officer in Sunborough. When I grew up on a small island where there was only primary school, so I had to fly to go to boarding school at secondary school, and my dad was actually in charge of the wee airstrip there, so he gave the weather reports to the pilots as well as going up to the airstrip to provide the air-to-ground service. So I was lucky enough that my upbringing brought me to that. But a lot of people don't know a career in air traffic exists, or they have this perception that it's a really stressful job, which it totally isn't. I love that every day is completely different. There's such a variety of traffic, and obviously in the Highlands and Islands the weather changes so fast, and that's such a critical part of our job that no 2 days are ever the same. So there's other things we can do. We get involved in the fire service training, so I've been in the fire module having water squirted at me, being carried out tied to a stretcher. We also get familiarisation flights on the jump seat of the aircraft, so that's really interesting to go and see the flight from the other side, and the times the aircrew are really busy. So yeah, there's lots of other interesting parts to the job. I started off as an assistant and a flight information services officer for about 1.5 years. I then did the aptitude test for controller, which I successfully passed. I then was a controller, and then eventually became SATCO. Training is intensive. It requires quite a lot of extra study in your own time in the evenings and weekends. The first part of the training is predominantly bookwork based, so a lot of exams. The second part of the training is more simulator based, and then you come back to your unit and do the local training. It was very intensive, but I really enjoyed it because it was all subjects that I wanted to learn about. So I really enjoyed the course, and I made lifelong friends there as well. Yes, I suppose we all have that saying that we can be calm under pressure, because if you meet someone for the first time and they say, "What do you do?" You say, "I'm an air traffic controller." Everybody's initial reaction is, "Oh wow, that must be really stressful." That's always the first thing they say. Whereas it isn't. There's times you can be working under pressure, but it's not actually stressful. At the end of the day, you hand over to your colleague, or you close the airport and you unplug your headset. That's you done for the day. It's not like going home and having an unfinished report on your desk and going home thinking, "Oh no, I've got to finish that report tomorrow." Everything's over at the time when you go home, and the rest of the day is your own. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, every day is completely different, which just makes you get up in the morning and actually want to go to work. So, and again, I know I'm really lucky to feel like that, because lots of my friends don't in their jobs. So I do feel really lucky.